Hello everybody, here I am, Father Christmas hat, just back from carols, which were cancelled. I walked all the way the other end of the village to sing, got to the destination, and one man was standing there saying, "Have you come for carols?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Cancelled," because it's pouring with rain and high winds, and I was wondering how I was going to manage an umbrella, my carol sheets, a torch. So I had to walk back. Never mind. Another wet coat. That's 2 wet coats hanging in the shower to get dry. Went out this morning with the dogs. Oh dear, pouring with rain. But there we go. Vigorating walk. Then I went round to see my old man and had a coffee with him and put up some of his Christmas decorations because his daughter was coming to drop off the Christmas presents to him. So he was pleased to see me. We had a little tidy round for him. Gave me a Christmas card, which was lovely, and a little Christmas present in it, which was very unexpected. So that was lovely. And before I'd gone out this morning, a friend of mine heard somebody I used to sing with. She texted me to say, was I going to be in this morning? And I said, well, I'd be in a bit later. So she said she's going to drop down. So when I got home, I got myself a coffee and she arrived. And her husband and lovely son had come down with her. She dropped in. They'd gone off for a walk with their little dog around the village. She came in, but she didn't come in. She stood in the patio doorway with the door wide open and had a chat to me for quite a long while. Eventually I said to her, "Do you want a coffee?" And she said, "Oh yes, please." I got her a coffee. She stood there. She brought me some jigsaws to do, and one of those jigsaw mats, which was absolutely super because I have to do it on a funny old piece of board on the table. So if anybody ever comes to eat with me, which not very often, I have to put a tablecloth over the jigsaw. So that was good. So I've got this board out, this special thing. You do your jigsaw on it and then you can pack it away. So that was lovely. So I started to get a jigsaw out and get it sorted. So that was super. And she brought me a little gift and I got one for her. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, I bought some hyacinth bulbs and some pretty pots, and I potted up the hyacinth bulbs and I put them in the garage in the dark and waited for them to come up a little bit. I got it out today and wrapped it all up for her and gave it to her. So it's just popping through. So she said, "Oh, I love a hyacinth." So I was quite pleased I'd done that for her. So that was good. So she stayed for about an hour in the end. The boys came in after they'd been for a walk and chatted in the garden for a bit. It wasn't raining then. I think it stopped then, so then they went. And then I had a phone call from a friend who'd seen my video last night, and she said, managed to find it. So she said, "I thought I'd ring you up and cheer you up." And I said, "Oh, that's lovely." I will. I said, "That's great. That's super." So I said I was going carol singing tonight, and I said I was going to do video afterwards. So she said, "I look forward to that." So I said, "Now I must be more upbeat, must be more cheerful." Now I said, "We've got over the government's wishes for us for Christmas. I've got over that now. So we've got to get on with it, do the best we can." So she said yes. So I said, "I'll put my Christmas hat on." Excuse me. Put my Christmas hat on, and I'll do a video. So it was really lovely to hear from her. I used to work with her about 25, 30 years ago. We were a team together. We got on really well. And I thoroughly enjoyed my time working with her. And we've always kept in touch. We tried to see each other for a coffee or a lunch every now and again. So it's super. We all catch up on our families, and she's a lovely, lovely friend. So that was nice to hear from her. And what else? My daughter up north text to say well, I texted her to say that there was this, I'd heard on the news that we were going to have a problem with fresh vegetables and fruit coming in from abroad. They were going to be in short supply. And I said I was going to the supermarket tomorrow to get a load of tins in. So she said, what? So I said, no, I'm only joking. I said, but a load of people will be rushing down there. So, she said her husband will be pretty busy then because he works in a factory that tins lots of fruit and veg from abroad. So she said, well, he's going to be busy at the moment. She said, and then perhaps he won't be busy after Christmas. So he texted in, because we've got a family text thing going, and he texted in from work to say, oh, just to let you know I'm working Christmas Day. She said, no. So I texted her and said, have you ever made a Christmas lunch? So he texted back and said, McDonald's. And she said, yes. And he said, no, it's closed. So we had a laugh about that. She said, you better not be working Christmas Day as we can't go down to Mum's. You better not be working. So we had a laugh about that. So I'm hoping he was joking. Otherwise she's going to be really angry. But if it's fantastic money, then I think I might do. As Christmas isn't going to be Christmas at all this year for them. They'll just be up there opening their parcels. We've been sorting out a parcel to go up after Christmas, some of the bits, and then after Christmas, when I've been up to my daughter's and picked up their bits, I'll do up some boxes for them to send afterwards. So they won't go without. They'll get them New Year. They'll have New Year presents, not Christmas presents this year. So it's blowing a hoolie out there and it's pouring with rain still. I had hoped to be able to see this new star tonight, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be really cloudy later on. When I take the boys out later, it might have cleared a bit, so I had hoped I might see it, but possibly not. So everybody, let's take the hat off. Oh, it's wet, soaking wet. Oh, gosh. I'll speak to you tomorrow. What am I doing tomorrow? I've got nothing planned tomorrow at the moment, but anything can happen. So I took a little video of the lights in the village as I was coming home. Not easy to do in the dark. We don't have lights in our village, street lights in the village. If there are any lights, they're in people's houses. We don't have street lights, only in the square. So I'm doing it all in the dark. A couple of times I went down a pothole, not watching where I was going. So I'm videoing. So there's a bit of movement there, but it was just a bit of fun. I thought, well, you can have a little look. So speak to you tomorrow. Hopefully I've got lots to tell you. If not, it'll be a short one. So good night all.